Hey everyone. Um, see, I've cut my beard short. There's a bit of a change. Um, I just thought I'd do like a um, impromptu stream tonight. And I got a friend here. We want to talk about social media and making friends on social media and a lot of things, I guess, associated with that. I see Red Rose is here. How you going, Red Rose? Um, I I've got to make friends. Oh, thanks, Red Rose, for being here. I I've got to make all these friends. This is just a small channel, and it's a channel where we all have um, experienced a lot of trauma in our life, and how we all talk about how we heal through it. And we've made friends with in this short period of time, and um, we care for each other like we really do. We've got to know each other, and I became worried today because a friend of mine disappeared off social media, and I won't obviously mention who it is. And we, all of us here, really love this person, and we care. We really care. And so when this person disappeared, at first I was worried. I was like, "Oh, did I say something wrong?" Or and I understood that they have, because everyone who comes to this channel, we're all living through stuff. Ultra Heyoka, INFJ's here. How you going, Heyoka? It's, Ultra Heyoka says it's me. I'm glad to see you here. But this person is really special person and has really um, helped me in this short period of time. And so I really care for this person that I've never met in real life, and I've only just gotten to know recently. And I do know that they are going through a difficult time in their life. And that's why I thought I want to do this stream just so that we can share the love, and everyone here tonight can just remind this person that the struggles that we're all dealing with, um, we're all dealing with these struggles. And I want to let this person know that we care for them and understand. Everyone, see, with talking about social media, is it is a very confronting thing. It can be the most amazing thing, and it can help. Um, it can be cathartic and help be this outlet for energy and inspiration. And it can also be a thing where a lot of people do, and I've done this myself. I've disabled accounts, and you know, um, had time away from particular social media platforms. And then after a while, I've been able to. um, I can see the chat's going off already. I'll join in a minute. I just want to just say a bit in the beginning. Like, um, I was really worried, and I am worried. Because I really care for this person that I've only just met, and is really a special person, and has inspired me to keep on my journey for healing. And if they're watching this or get to watch this, they get to know that we, all of us here, we care for you, and um, we understand if things are difficult or you don't want to be on a social media platform. That is totally fine. You can just leave it, And when I first noticed it, I was really worried myself as well. I was worried, did I say the wrong thing? Um, but I don't think that's the case. I just, but what I wanted to do was maybe we could have a discussion tonight about how much social media is good, but also how much it can be, when you are going through a difficult time in your life, you just need a break from it, or it could be overwhelming, you know, and so it came as a real shock to me because um, we've had private conversations with each other, inspiring each other, and um, and then all of a sudden the, the person disappears off a social media platform, and then I became very worried. But I understand, and what we're doing here is we're just telling you that we love you and we care for you, and we understand, and that um, things can be overwhelming, and that social media platforms can be overwhelming themselves, and that they cause us to want to have a break, you know. So I'll jump back into the chat because yeah, no, it's not. We're not talking about you, INFJ. We're just talking about a friend who comes here, and um, we just want to send a message because we're friends now, and we don't want to. Um, we don't want to have this person feel self-conscious or worried that we're talking about them, but they will know, you know, they will understand. And this is something that everyone sort of goes through with social media. Is we go through times where it's just too much, or we've got too much difficulties in our life that we're going through, and then that social media on top of that is just too much. So yeah, I'll start reading the comments, but yeah, it's like what Red Rose says. Yeah, we love you. This is um, INFJ Ultra Herca says I was actually close to deleting my channel. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. We all go through this. You know, it's not easy because you're putting yourself out there. Um, but this person is an amazing person, and this person is a special person and is loved by everyone who's come to uh, this chat room. It's very cozy, comfortable place where people who have suffered complex trauma can can enjoy each other's company and be friends. And that's what we're doing tonight. There's there's three of us here, me and two others who are watching this live, and we're chatting. But what INFJ just said is so true. Is he was saying he was so close to deleting his own channel and stepping back for a while. Um, but I became I was sick in the stomach because I was so worried that because we're all have this environment where we can um, become friends with each other. We're isolated and we're stuck in this situation in our lives where we don't get to do the same things that other people just get to do, you know? And so I did become very worried, and I am worried right now, but I'm not. I know this person is okay. I know that this person is okay. But we're sending out, you know, we how much we appreciate you. You are an amazing person. So you have to know this. And we understand exactly, because at first, when I first saw the person disappeared, I was like, oh no, they've blocked me or something. What did I say? And then I'm like, oh no, like, and then I became all worried, and I can't get worried because I know that you're okay. I know you're okay. But we we care. We do, you know, and we understand that social media is such a scary place, an overwhelming place, and it can be such an amazing place, you know. I'm so glad that I've got two friends here tonight. I just started the stream, and then I've got two friends here, and we're having a chat, and it doesn't have to be a long stream tonight, but we, I mean, it's hard to it's hard to talk right now, so um, I'll start reading the comments, But yeah, Red Rose says, "Yeah, we love you," you know, and Red Rose says, "Yes, you've not been forgotten, INFJ." INFJ does the big heart. Red Rose says, "Yes, INFJ, we will always have you back, no matter what you decide on YouTube." That's it, mate. We're friends, and that's why I felt compelled to actually just do this tonight, because I wanted to let this person know how much they've helped me, and I do know that they have got it. Like, we all have, everyone who comes to this channel is struggling with stuff in their life. So that is one thing that I'm very conscious of, and I'm trying to um, not 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 overemphasize anything. You know, Red Rose Poet says, yes, it has good qualities and bad. That's exactly it. Social media is such a powerful thing. It connects us all, and but we do get overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed by it. You know, INFJ Ultra Heroica says, yeah, I'm trying to make a sandwich. That's all right. You can make your sandwich while we're chatting. That's the beauty of this. You can just listen. You know, I have. There you go. Red Roses says, I just made a sandwich too. Yes, and then there's the sandwich emojis. See, this is the beautiful part. Like, this is what I love about this is the conversations, and you know, um, I became genuinely, like, I'm not gonna get worried. I'm not. I know this person is okay, but I know this person is struggling, because we're all struggling, and that's the whole thing about this channel, is that it's it's not it. So we care about each other, and we've only just met each other, but that doesn't matter. Like, Ultra Herc says, yeah, but not like the one I'm making. Yeah, different sandwich. Red Rose says, yeah, I'm eating Doritos and drinking some Coca Cola. Red, INFJ says, Red Rose, brah. Red Rose says, wow. See, we're missing this person. We wish they were here now, you know, and that totally understand, totally understand. And I hope it's not an over. I hope you don't think there's an overreaction, and don't get self conscious because no one knows who we're talking about. This is just someone who's beloved here, and we just want to send, we want to send our love and care and understanding, that we understand. We just we do want to know that you're okay, but like I'm not thinking that you're not that you've got we are c- confident that everything's okay, but you're just, the social media is too much, and that's why I um Red Rose says that is right, Luke. Yeah, thank you. It does get too much. I've gone through that myself where I've disabled social media accounts. You know, I got rid of my Instagram years ago, and then it was years before I came back to it. Did the same thing with Facebook, but they're both powerful, great platforms where you can connect with people, but at the same time, you get overwhelmed. YouTube's a bit different because it's there's this thing in this situation. I'm in front of the camera and there's the chat going on, so it's a whole different thing. Um, but it can be overwhelming as well, because you can be flooded with too much information. And we do understand, we at times we need breaks from things in our lives. When we're going through a lot of things in our lives, that one extra thing is something you don't need it. So you have a break, and so you disable your account. And you know, Red Rose says, yes, I've gotten off it many times as well. Red Rose continues, and I fluctuate. So you know, um, I find there's so many things with social media that I find overwhelming. You know, like, and they do mention this when dealing with it all, is that um, Red Rose continues. I go months at a time, and will be on there like every day. Me too. Um, there was a period in my life where I was just constantly clicking on Facebook and clicking and scrolling and looking, but I was just sitting in my room, isolated from the world, and it became too much for me. And that was when I started disabling my account from time to time, and I would disable it for a month or so. I would say I'll give myself a break from it. Um, Red Rose continues. Yeah, then I may go many months and not even get on it, get on there any. Yeah, that's it. It's social media can be just so overwhelming because there's so many people out there, and they promote, like, with the feeds and things. They promote certain channels, or you have, for instance, I've talked about myself having status anxiety a lot, and you know so it becomes overwhelming because you see other people living these great lives, and then you realize that your own life is difficult, and so it becomes painful to experience. I I'm sure, like, um, yes, Red Rose Poetess says yes. With being a HSP, a high sensitivity person, it can be a major overwhelm. Yeah, and that's all. That's what I'm hoping. That's all. It's what, and I can feel it. I know that this person is okay. I hope that this person is not upset with me at all. But obviously, I will think that because it it just became a shock for me to just suddenly see this person not there, and I'm like, why? What happened? So we care about this person. That's but we understand like that with social media and with everything going on in our lives, especially when we're trying to work through things. That's why with these, I was trying to make myself just do a live stream once a week and make it like a social group where we can get together and chat. But then I kept doing these live streams every couple of days, and suddenly I was just like, "Why am I doing? I'm doing it too much. I'm doing too many." But I was doing the streams when I needed to. If something was because it's like a blog, video. Excuse me, video log. Red Rose says yes. We love this person very much. We do, and that's how much. That's how powerful this thing is. Is that we because we all share trauma and we understand this is we understand and we're all going through so much in our lives. We only have to meet someone for a short period of time and we develop a connection where we really genuinely care in our hearts for for them. And that's why I was like, I've got to do a stream and let this person know that we care and that we we're not going to think that there's we're not going to think that there's too much going on. It's that their own self care, they've decided to disable their account. They need a break, and that's the way I'm looking at it. Is that this person is just needing to step back for a while and go through what they're going through, and they don't need to be worried because they don't know who. No one knows who this person is. They just need to know that we we're thinking about them and we're sending our positive energy towards you and in because we all the thing is we're all going through struggles right now. We all are, you know. Red Red Rose says INFJ have been falling asleep and missing the last few lives. No, he was here for the epic one on um oh no, sorry, Red Rose. I misread that. Red Rose says INFJ, I've been falling asleep and missing the last few lives. Because um but yeah, you're here now. And this is a really important one because this is friends getting together and sharing how much we care for someone that we only just met, but we share a connection with. And it's a genuine connection, and that we genuinely care for this person. And that if they can accept our our love and compassion towards them and understand that whatever it is they're going through, and because we're all going through a lot at the moment. So as long as they can know that we care for them and we're here for them and we understand, we totally understand. Yes, Red Rose says, and we're sending our love and light. That's it. You know, INFJ's making a sandwich at the moment. He'll be back. Well, we can talk about social media, like, because we've all had negative experiences and we've all had positive experiences. So, what negative experiences have we all had that have scared us off? I've mentioned for myself, when I see people living their best lives on social media, it becomes overwhelming and daunting. Or and it scares me away from it. Yet I had this period in my life where I was addicted to it. Like, I was constantly clicking on Facebook, and constantly refreshing and checking how many friends I had. And I'd be so worried if my friends list went down, or up or down. Red Rose sending the sandwiches. I had lots of times. I've had lots of times where I've been on social media and I've just been triggered by it. And um, Red Rose says yes when poetry feeds are really big a few years back on Instagram. See, that's it. Like, it changes, doesn't it? Like, it goes through changes. Red Rose says, yeah, I would have like 3,000 followers one week. Then 6,000 the next week. See, that sort of stuff, like, is overwhelming. Like, when you get that, like, you get this suddenly, you get this, and then 2,000 the next week, says Red Rose. So it goes up and down, and you know, you you know, I don't expect this channel to grow much more than it is at the moment. I don't like, even though there's so many people in the world that have got complex post traumatic stress disorder, like, you know, it I don't expect and I don't want it to get popular, because I enjoy what we have here. And it's not the sort of channel that will get popular. So I don't have any expectation with it, you know. But I still, like, if I get a single subscriber join my thing, I'm like, oh wow, I've got a new subscriber. But yeah, getting thousands of subscribers, and then it going up and down, that's like putting you through, like, a lot, because you get all this up, you get excited and uplifted, and then suddenly um so we're just, hopefully this person sees this video and knows that we care for them, and we're sending our love, and that everyone on this channel is going through difficult times, so we understand, and we just want to, we care for you, and we want the best for you. And just know that we've never met. We're just people on the internet, and that we are. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm seeing the love hearts going. I'm gonna do a few as well. Smash the love heart. Get them flying up in the sky. That's it. I love seeing that. Ultra Heroica says, "Yeah, I'm making coffee now." Yeah, that's it. That awesome coffee you said is the best in the world. See, I remember from watching your video. Red Rose says, "This is an authentic channel." INFJ Ultra Heroica says, "You'll be so popular because you don't even want it." That's a big thing with that sort of stuff. You know, is that's when you don't want something, you will. It will. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but because I guess I talk about, I mention things like difficult subjects, so it will be, and I often put that in the context warning and stuff, and I try and make it so that like CPTSD is like usually a hashtag. I forgot to put it in this one, but the algorithm will still, so you know, but man, you know, I'll, everyone's enjoyed those sunset and sunrise videos and stuff, so I'm going to try and keep doing those things as well. And for me, that's a big thing. It's like part of my healing and also inspiration. It's my art. It's my thing. And um, so with YouTube as a social media platform, people make money out of it. I've got no want to make money out of this platform. I want to make friends and just have experiences. And I'm so grateful that they have this massive computer system running, and it's all about making money. But they will also allow people like these little channels like mine to do their thing. So it's great that they give us space so that we can do this right now. You know what I mean? So, you know, and especially like, how good is this? We're here chatting to each other. You know, everyone's doing something different. We're all like, someone like, you're making a coffee. Red Rose just made a sandwich before. Red Rose says, "Yeah, I wish, I had a caramel frappe." That would be nice, actually. Red Rose says, "I haven't had a caramel frappe forever," and it's middle of summer too, so that's perfect timing for that. INFJ says, "Spot on." Is spot on. INFJ Ultra Heroic says, "I had an aubergine on my sandwich." Nice, with the eyes. An aubergine. Was it like um, it would have been a marinated aubergine, cooked and everything, or something like that? You couldn't eat that raw. Red Rose says INFJ. Ooh. Red Rose says yes. Ultra Heyoka says, "Come on, get that money." Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, here's something with social media is that so many people try and find ways of making money out of it, right? Yet there's so many of us here on social media where it's not about the money, but it would be nice, like, to have be supported. Um, it's this difficult situation. Excuse me. Red Rose says yes. I'm gonna get me a frappe soon. Yeah, well, Red Rose is going to make a frappe. She said, "Be right back." Oh, she's not going to make a frappe. She's going to make a Coke float. Is that like where you get Coca Cola and, like like put ice cream in it. INFJ Ultra Hacker says, "I eat what I get these days." That, man, I watch all your videos, brother, and you're see. This is why I'm so glad that we've become friends in this way. Is that I see your struggles, and there's you're 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 dealing with it all, you know, and you're sharing it, and it's real, and you're telling you're not afraid to talk about your life and what you've been through. It's you know, but at this, I love how it's you really appreciate things. You do appreciate things, and so many people just don't appreciate, you know. And Red Rose says, Luke, you too. Yes. INFJ Rose, what? Red Rose says, waha. The crying emoji, crying, laughing emoji. I think INFJ is still making his coffee. But yeah, we're just sending our love to this person that we care about, who's an awesome person. And we know that I know that they're going through difficult times because I know that we're all going through difficult times. Anyone who comes to this channel is living and dealing with difficult times. So you're like just letting this person know that we care for them, and we totally understand, like, if they're just taking a break from social media, that is the best thing to do, you know and that we all do that. We all take breaks. And there's look, we could talk about negative experiences. you know I've had many negative experiences, and I'm sure you people can share your negative experiences. So I've talked about how um, I've been triggered by Facebook posts and things like that. You know, yes, there you go. So it is. We call them a spider in Australia, Red Rose, where you have like ice cream and then you pour soft drink into it. Totally. So it's like, yeah, Hayoka's like jar, like the emoji with the monocle. Red Rose says, yeah, with Coca Cola put into it. That's it. Red Rose says, yeah, to INFJ, it's so good. Well, I'll tell you something. We don't want it. We don't want this person to get self conscious. So we're not going to mention who it is, and it could be anyone. But it's just something I became very worried and concerned for this person because when you have someone that just comes into your life and you have a connection with, and then they disappear, you worry at first that you've said the wrong thing or done the wrong thing, and then realize that that's not necessarily the case. You worry about them, but then I know that they're okay. I know they're okay. I know. I just know that they're struggling with stuff. I know we're all struggling with stuff. That's the thing. And that's what's so difficult with this channel is that I'm trying to have these conversations with people who we're all so damaged by what's happened in our lives. So I'm very self-conscious. So I don't want to trigger anyone, and I'm sorry if I ever do. And we, you know, and I don't we don't have to mention who it is because we it's not about the idea is that it's sending we're sending our how much we care about this person so they know that they are loved by these new friends that this person is, because I'm telling you how much I feel from having these conversations with all you people, is that I've gone from being so isolated and then suddenly having these people that I can speak to and open up to. I see the love hearts there. I'm gonna add a few. That's awesome. You know, so I'm just I'm overwhelmed myself, and I just wanted to have a conversation tonight about social media and how overwhelming it is, and you know, it can be too much, and you just need a break from it. You know, there's also negative experiences. Like um, I've heard a lot of um, women get approached by men on social media inappropriately, and that can be very upsetting and triggering. You know, um, I've never experienced like any uh, negative stuff like that. You know, all my problems with social media has been status anxiety and seeing posts that get put up that really trigger me. That they're the worst sort of stuff for me. Um, Red Rose says, "Yes, please know that our love is with you every single day." INFJ. You know what? INFJ says, "Thank you," with a big heart. Red Rose says, "Yeah, you brighten up our moods too." Yeah, that's what I love about this. We brighten each other's moods up. You know, we're here. This is the thing: is we're here for each other, and we don't. If things are too much, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if things become too much. You know, I just wanted to have a conversation about how I've been triggered by social media so many times, and I got stuck on that click 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 refresh for so long, and it took me so long to break free from that. So you know, like even you know how you can have like short links if on your browser. You know, I've named my Facebook link as "Sad Lonely Me." So when I click, every time I go click on it, it's a bad habit. It's a bad thing. I shouldn't be so negative, but it's like it's such there's positive aspects to it and there's negative aspects to it. I just wanted to make I'm so appreciative that, I really appreciate these new found friendships, and you know, it does mean a lot to me. So there is there is positive aspects to it all. Red Rose says, "Yes, on FJ, you're most welcome, my friend." Red Rose says, "Yes, it is." I'll try and keep up with the chat so that I'm reading it as it happens. Because Ultra Hayoka says, "Guys, I have a follower who could be my mother falling in love with me." And she became what wide in the comments. She was always nice and friendly, but also wired. Continued. It's not exactly why I'm in such a bad place, but I'm hesitant to even upload now. I'm even paranoid she might be in the chat. Something. I really thought she's just really continued friendly, bitter old lady. That's a lot. That's a lot, mate. You know, Red Rose says INFJ oh my exclamation marks. Yeah, that's a lot. Red Rose says INFJ, I understand. Red Rose continues, I have many stories I could tell you as well. That's it, Red Rose. You've had lots of negative experiences with social media and pain that's happened because of it. Ultra Hayoka says, yeah, she told me I could be your mother and this is only friendship. But then I became suspicious and she admitted it. Yeah, that's pretty full on, brother. That's pretty full on. That would see that's the sort of thing that we're talking about, you know. Things that are triggering or overwhelming or can be negative, worrying. Red Rose Poetess says INFJ, with you being an empath, you knew dot dot dot. INFJ Ultra Hag says, yeah, I find it so weird to communicate like this in the comments. She could at least send me an email, right? Yeah, totally. Red Rose says, yes, Luke. Ultra Heroica says, now I'm laughing with a big heart. Red Rose says, INFJ. I'm only like learning, like I'm an INFJ, right? And I'm only learning about this stuff now. I've always been because I'm learning about I'm going back through my life, especially like with the more I learn, the more I understand, and I'm able to reprocess. But I'm not admonishing. I'm not like changing things. I'm just seeing them in a different light, and I totally get that now. You know, um, Ultra Aoka says, yeah, but it's just YouTube comments, and again, that's Red Rose has got the big smiley faces and the 100%s. Red Rose says, yes, you are. INFJ says, she sees me struggling and obviously got more than enough money. So I'm like, bruh, yeah, it's tough. That's a tough situation you're in, man. You know, you only have so much money that you live on, and you've got to budget everything, you know, and on top of all of that, you got your struggles that you're living through, and you're sharing that. That's why I know this stuff, because you're sharing all this stuff with us, with your videos. Um, Red Rose is like got the wow face, and then this like laughy smiley faces. But then Ultra Hacker says, "Yeah, now she's in the chat. I just know it. Maybe she is." And then you just said, "JK, just joking." Not really. That's the thing with, you get heightened sense of things. Social media, you get these heightened sensations. It um, is the description of things of isolation and overstimulation is like a mind control terminology, and social media is isolation and overstimulation. You're isolated, you're in front of your computer, in front of your phone, and then you're overstimulated. So it puts you in this state, where things do change and it becomes difficult and challenging. You know, Ultra Heroic has got like a whole series of emojis, got the crying face with the laughy, and then the laughy with the tear, and then the laugh, and then the laughing, and then the like, and then the like shock, and then the starry eyes, and then the thinking, Emin Bells is here. She just joined. Hey, Emin Bells. So glad to have you here. Hello to everyone. Hope you're all doing well so far. We're just We're just sending our love to a friend. That's all we're doing. And that's all we're sending. We're talking about social media, Emin Bells, how difficult it is, how much it causes us. It can cause us all this joy, but it can also cause us all this pain and strain and stress. And if we're dealing with stuff in our life, it can be the thing that is just too much. So we just like step away from it. So we disable our accounts, or, delete our accounts, um, all that sort of stuff. You know, I'll, Red Rose says, yes, Emin Bells, hello with several roses. And then Ultra Harriger says, hi, Emin Bells, with the big hand, saying, hey. And then smiley face. Emin Bells says, yeah, what happened? Do you have no, nothing like that at all. It's just simply sending love. Like, this is a small channel, and I don't want to make this person feel upset. We're not talking about them. We're talking about anyone in this situation, but we're also sending our love to our friend. That's all. Without making it difficult for this person to be thinking that we're talking about them, you know. So we're talking about how much social media is great, but it's also overwhelming, and sometimes you just need a break from it. But we do know that I know this person is a strong person, and that there's it's because I have a personal worry, because if I'm having conversations with people about these difficult topics and we are making connections, don't want I don't want people to go through difficult situations because of me or feel overwhelmed because so I just want to make it as if so we all understand how much it affects us. We live in this modern time where there are these devices and things are so different. Things were so much more simple in the past, but we're living with all this stuff these days that and um, like I was saying earlier, like women get harassed by men on Facebook and on Instagram and Snapchat and all those channels, all those things. You know, it's something that happens. That's really sad and upsetting that they have to go through that sort of thing. So we're talking about all the difficulties and the negative aspects to social media. We're also, obviously there's all the positives. So Red Rose says, yeah, INFJ, I understand. Oh wait, I just missed a few comments. INFJ, yeah, you never know if the person even sees your comment or answer. Mm. That's a big thing with social media as well, is like you don't know. Like what because things go up and down all the time, like Red Rose was talking about earlier, how like her followers like would go up and down and up and down, and like suddenly she'd have all these followers and then next week they'd be disappeared. There's all things about comments when the comments disappear, that all these things can create anxiety. um, INFJ, I know Red Rose says yes, I understand. Yeah, it's the sixth sense. Red Rose, yeah, I can only imagine. Ultra Hacker says, Emin Bells, Luke is not talking about my stalker right now. Yeah, well, that's full on. That's full on. You've got someone on your channel that's sort of like, you know, I'm sure psychologists are watching our channels, yours and mine, studying us, listening to every word, you know, that's fine. Listen, that's you're getting free knowledge. We're sharing our experience with you all, you know. Um, and this is the other thing, because everything we do nowadays is being watched and read. As you're typing something in, and this is what I don't like, all the AI assistant stuff, and I turn it off. Don't like it on my computer. Don't like it on my phone. It's there, and I try and switch it off whenever possible. You know, um, it's part of our world now, and it's very hard to actually escape it and to still, you know, do things without like having that sort of thought that you know everything's out there. Evan Bell says, yes, thank you, Hayek. I just read your comments and I'm a bit confused. Hayek says, oh God, if she reads this right now, she's nice, friendly, and another stuff. You're talking about your mum, right? See, that's the thing. Guys, I'm laughing so much. I was in such a look, if we he says I was in such a dark place. That's what I feel good. If we can have these happy, friendly chats and we can bring ourselves back from dark places just by being there for each other, that is the best thing. And that's why you know, that's sort of why I wanted to do this chat tonight. When I became genuinely concerned for someone who I consider a friend, who just I understand they just need a break, and I hope that's all that they're doing is they're working. That it's they're okay, and I know that they're okay. Like I'm giving, but we're just sending our love. We're letting them know that and I don't want them to be self conscious as if we're talking about them. So this could be an example for anyone. You know what I mean? I've done this myself. I've just um, Red Rose says laughing is so good for your soul. I've got all these. I'm scratching myself because I've got I went watched the sunset yesterday and I was sitting down on the grass and I got bitten all over by all these insects and it's itchy now and I keep scratching. And your heart. Red Rose Poet says, yeah, and your spirit. Ultra Hairka says, yeah, if these psychologists don't start donating to my channel, something else might happen. They should, mate. They should totally do it. I don't have crypto, so I can't donate to your channel, and I don't have much money. So, but if I had a spare $5 or $10, man, I'd do it. I thought, oh, maybe I could donate a card, so that you could go buy something because and then I thought, would he be offended or would he appreciate that as a gift? So I thought about that myself because I know you have your thing on your channel saying donate because you're in a situation where you would it would make your life better to have people support you in that way. Red Rose says, now you're making me laugh really hard. Ultra says, yeah, it's not funny to be broke. It's not funny. You know, I'm getting supported by the government for um, through the social welfare system, and I'm caring for my mother. I'm doing a certain amount of work for her, and I'm there for her. And I went through all this shit in the last year, where now for the next 2.5 months, I'll have $50 left over. But I'm lucky because I've got food and shelter. Red Rose says, "Oh, I love you all." That's what I'm trying to say here. Is just, I love you all as well. You know, INFJs, no, not good. No, sorry, Red Rose says INFJ, no, not good. Yeah, it's not good not having money. It's not funny. It's not easy. It's difficult. It's a struggle. Hayek says, no, I'm not talking about my mum, FFS. That's all right, man. Red Rose, yeah, at all, my friend. Hayoka's got the tears, laughy tears. Red Rose says, yeah, INFJ, I'm howling with the emojis. Ammon Bells said, I thought he said she could be his mother age wise, right? I don't understand. So that's the thing. Hayoka was saying earlier that he thought that someone was commenting on his channel that was actually his mum, and it could be the case. But he's also saying that who knows. Red Rose says, "Y'all always make my day." That's it, and that's what I'm so fortunate to have found and have these. We're, we're all here for each other, and we all care for each other. I think that's something that's special, you know. And M Bells, yeah, 100%. And Ultra Herc says, yeah, M Bell. Oh yeah, that's right. Crusoe's here. How you going, Crusoe? Hi, mate. How you going, brother? Red Rose says, yeah, hello, Crusoe Bow. Crusoe joined right at the end of the epic 10-hour live stream the other night, and he's new subscriber. So everyone's saying hello. Ultra Hayoka says, I don't know, but yeah, but I'm really broke at this time. There's nothing left, and I'm just overall tired. Also, health wise, I bought enough tobacco and coffee, hopefully, and that's it. But I'm not going to ask my friends right here for money. That would be so weird. But you're not, you know. But I'm offering, like, if I don't have crypto, so I don't know how I could donate to your channel. There's nothing wrong with that. Like when I first started this channel, like a year and a half or 2 years ago, I was trying to do a music thing, and I started a GoFundMe campaign, and I had that as one of my links for a while. And it's like, so I was doing the same thing, like, but it was to donate, and I bought that one of, I think that guitar there I bought from my GoFundMe campaign. So I only got like 4 or 5 people donate to it, but it was enough to buy guitar strings. I bought guitar strings and I bought a few secondhand guitars from it. And I didn't get much out of it, but it like I was really appreciative for whatever happened. And then I um yeah. So don't feel there's nothing wrong with, you know, asking for people to support you. So Red Rose says, hello, Crusoe Bow with the roses. Ultra Hayoka says, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I'm really broke this time. Nothing left. I've already read that one, but I'm not continuing on. But I'm not gonna. Yeah, I've read that one as well. I'm sorry. This is what I do sometimes when I take too long. Hayoka says, "Hey, Bow. I don't know if you are still here. Ultra Hayoka was here for that stream on Friday night or Saturday, depending on no Friday or Thursday, depending on where you were. The one that went for like 10 hours. He joined right at the end of it. Ultra Hayoka says, yeah, sure. The people commenting on my channel could really be anybody, including like family. Yeah, so that's a worry. and especially because you're talking personally about that stuff, it will be a worry for you to add that. So I understand your concern, but I comment on your channel, and you know we're friends now. So Emin Bell says hi, Crusoe, with a big smiley face. So yeah, like I just wanted to, I felt compelled to do this live stream tonight because I wanted to let a friend of mine know that uh, I know they're okay. I was worried that I'd upset them somehow, or I was worried that I just wanted to let them know that we love you and we care for you and we consider you a friend. So know that you have friends in the world that care for you. You know, that's all. That's what I want, and I also wanted to continue on saying that social media is such a scary thing, and it does overwhelm us all. And I don't want to make this person self-conscious. I don't want to upset them. So I hope I'm not making it worse every word I say, because I have this. I'm already anxious enough, with what I'm saying and what I say. So, but we've got a chat going. So what negative, um everyone here tonight, what negative, like Hayoka's talked about his negative experiences with social media and things that have made him worried. Emin Bells, is what sort of stuff like upsets you or turns you off social media or makes you scared, or not scared, but like pushes you away from it. um Red Rose says, I think you're doing great, Luke. Thank you, Red Rose. Thank you so much. It gives me confidence. um you know I just wanted to make it clear that, like, we are like a very small group of friends that are highly sensitive. We are highly sensitive. We've been damaged by society and trauma, and we do care for each other, even though we've never met each other, probably never will meet each other. But we do share a connection. We've only just met each other. That's the other thing. We've only just met each other. But that doesn't mean we can't have genuine concern. And Red Rose says yes, my friend. But yeah, like, so I don't know, like, I'll tell you, like, um I've I've had so many experiences, like especially with Facebook, where it's just upset me, you know, and I get upset. Like, I'll see a post, or I'll see people doing things, living their life. I'll get upset. On Instagram, you see all these artists that are like living, doing all their thing, and I'm like, I wish I could be an artist making my stuff, but I'm stuck in this thing. I can't do it, even though I tried. So it's so easy to get upset by it all. And the same thing on YouTube, you get people like, and that's who, I don't know, but for me that it's about friendship. This is about friendship and um, being there for each other. So that's all I was wanting to like make a point tonight is like, you know, Red Rose says yes to INFJ. Yeah, understandable. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Red Rose. We only see a small percentage of what is really on Instagram. Yeah. That's a big thing that sort of turned me off on Instagram. Like I wouldn't see my friends' posts. I would see like a little bit and then it would be scrolling of all this stuff and I wouldn't actually see updates. And I don't understand why that happens. And Facebook's the same, they're owned by the same company. I don't get it. What's the I mean, I'll probably I don't have to keep this thing going, this chat going. I'd like to keep the chat going. Like people are dropping in and out. Um, like I don't want to upset anyone. I'm worried that I have upset someone, but then I'm not worried. I know that this person's okay, and I'm worried that even mentioning that I'm talking about someone that is upsetting. So everything I do, I feel like I'm doing wrong. So it's good. It's good to know that I'm being told that I'm doing things okay. You know, um, I'm going to have to go to the toilet break, but like if hopefully people are still here when I get back, and we'll keep talking because I think it's good to talk about social media and what it is and how we can, you know. Red Rose says, "I think you have nothing to worry about." Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Um, So I'm just going to have a quick toilet break. I'll be back. Everyone just keep chatting in the comments. We're talking about social media, um, the good things, the bad things, what makes us upset, you know. So yeah, um, that's it. Red Rose says, yeah, you're just expressing your concern, care, and love, and that's it. I got shocked today. I got worried, and but I understood that I don't. I know this person's okay. I just know that it's social media itself, and you need a break from it. You know, Red Rose says you have 1 minute. I hope I was 1 minute. Red Rose got 100. I hope I did make the minute. Hayoka's got like the Rose with the moniker. Rose bra. Red Rose has got like a running thing. Red Rose says yes, INFJ. Evan Bells um, says, well, it makes me even more depressed having social media, so I deleted it. I also feel it's not my world anymore, and that's the point I'm trying. That's exactly it. That's what I'm trying to. It's it's something that is great. We can connect, but then it becomes too much, and that we go through times. We cut it out of our lives. We delete it. We disable it. Whatever it is. Red Rose has got the big smiley, laughy, crying face. Hayoka says, yeah, he is only just using the bathroom. I think I was a minute. I was just about a minute. Emin Bell says, if you think of Insta, it started with lovely photography and art, lovely art, photography, and food. Yeah, it's a great it is a good example because all social media platforms go through this. They start off really good, and then they go through this change, and then all the social media platforms all started copying each other. So like as soon as you had the TikTok and doing the short form stuff, and then Facebook and then Instagram and then YouTube all started doing their shorts, which is great. Shorts can be good, and I've uploaded reels on Instagram. Like, but they do allow you to put something up that goes for a couple of minutes. And but they all go through this. They all change and they go through this sort of thing. Red Rose says, "Yeah, I totally get it." INFJ. Ammon Bell says, "Yeah, now I can barely look at it without getting triggered. So yeah, I'm done with it." Yeah, look, that's exactly. I think that's the point I'm talking. Is it's better for yourself to like have a break and to just cut ties with it when it's too much. You know. Red Rose says, "Stop it. You're making me laugh so hard." I think that's Rick talking about what INFJ says. Yeah, INFJ says, "Yeah, I'm so funny." Red Roses got the smiley faces. Cheesy grin. Wahaha. M. I understand. M. That's what Red Rose is saying. Totally. And that's it. I had that with Facebook. Like, I was isolated for so long sitting in my room, and then I would log on, and all I would see was just, I'd be overwhelmed with stuff, and it would make me upset. And so I went through periods where I would disable it for a month at a time, and then I would join back up again. Red Rose says, it's not anything like it used to be, and that's Instagram. Yeah, it's sort of sad that it was such a great thing back in the day, and then it's become different now. Um, and I think one thing I would get is if I would post something on Facebook, for instance, you know, it would mean a lot more to me. Like I'd be like, I'd post something, and then if I didn't get a reaction, I would start getting upset, and so I've learned to not expect, and that I'll only sort of post every so often. But instead of like showing you what your friends are doing, it's trying to suggest all this other stuff to you. So, and I'm not on Snapchat or TikTok or any of the other ones, so I don't know what they're like, but I'm sure I've heard that they're worse. So to me, like social media should be something that is a friendly, safe place where you can find friends and have conversations without upsetting each other. But it seems to me that most of the time these social media platforms become either big money making ventures, or there's like scam elements, fake AI accounts, propaganda, all this other stuff that's got nothing to do with the actual being this place where, and they're all turn-offs. So it makes you not want to be there, you know. Red Rose says, yeah, it's not anything like it used to be. That was the comment I just read about Instagram. INFJ says, yeah, she's always making a thing out of it. It's just a bathroom. What, me going to the toilet? I do make toilet breaks when I do these live streams. So I've got to. I felt bad because I was like, last couple of like had to go to toilet breaks a few times. It's easy for everyone in the chat. You can just disappear and go to the toilet. No one knows. You just come back a few minutes later. Me, I've got to like get up and you'll see me walk off. So Red Rose says, when you're an authentic soul like all of us here, it's hard to deal with. Yeah, that's true. We are like, we're real people as we crave real raw communication. Red Rose says, yeah, no, INFJ, wahaha. I cannot, I'm laughing so hard. INFJ says, yeah, I wish all people interacting with my channel were AI except for you guys, except, of course. That's another thing too, is bots have taken over. So much social media has been overruled by, like, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Like Instagram's got AI accounts, Facebook, and like YouTube. there's channels where people create videos that are AI generated. They're not real. Red Rose got the big cheesy smiley faces with the cheesy grin. Red Rose says, "Yes, Luke," and continues. And Luke, you know how my comments and all were messing up. Exactly. So Red Rose has had this problem with Instagram where suddenly all her following disappeared. So she had all the people that she was following disappeared, went down to zero. And then comments were missing, messing up, like glitching out. INFJ says, "Yeah, I want to upload my consciousness." That's total. That's true. That's like full on transhumanism there. Red Rose says, "Yeah, well, I have it set to where no one can comment on my posts. I didn't realize you can do that. That's cool. I used to have my Instagram private, and then I thought I'll just make it public. And so, if you know, I have a thing. If someone follows me, I'll generally follow them back. Um, but even then, like, it's still I only have a small number of followers and following. Um, so yeah, people can like your posts, Red Rose, and I do that when I see your posts. I like them. Um, yeah, it is strange how. I mean, these social media platforms are so big and um, they're dealing with so many millions and millions of people. Excuse me, constantly using them. It is totally understandable why that there's the glitchy things. So I I joined up with SoundCloud. I think 2009, 2010 was when I first signed up with SoundCloud, and then I started paying for it, and I've been paying for it for a long time. Now, I've been paying for this social media platform, and they have been their statistics and their likes and plays have all been getting messed up with. And that was even before they sold themselves to like a major record label. So now it's owned by a record label, and it has been now for like many years. But like that really upset me how like you make music and you put it up there and you share it, and then you're like every time someone listened to your song, you'd be like, wow, someone listened to my song and they're from like some country in the world, and you'd be like, oh, this is awesome. And then um but it went downhill and it hasn't recovered, like, and it's gotten worse. So even if you pay for the service to have your music there, you know, before my SoundCloud account is going to run out soon. I'm thinking of like basically taking everything off it and putting it all on YouTube. Like and setting up a separate account, even though no one's going to listen to my music anyway, because there's 10 billion. You know, that's the whole thing. Here's an example. We'll talk about Spotify in a minute because that's a big thing. Because I only just signed up to Spotify, and like you know, there's big red flags talking about social media, being critical about it, but we have to talk about it. We got to talk about the positives and the negatives. I've got to keep catching up with the comments. Red Rose says, "Yeah, well, I have to set it where where no one can comment on my post." So I just read that one. Hayoka says, yeah, it's Stone Age. I just can't. Red Rose says, yeah, but I'm the only person who can see my likes. See, that's bizarre. That it's like you're being restricted in some way. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that these systems are so they're dealing with so much, but these are the core functions of the systems, and they're the things that actually cause you to like. I watch play. When you see things don't match up, you're like, what's going on? You know. Um, Red Rose says, yeah, if people won't want to reach out to me, I will accept DMs as long as they are respectful and decent. So that's a great one. So like YouTube doesn't have message systems, and they used to have a message system, but they removed it because obviously people were getting infiltrated, or not infiltrated, overwhelmed by negative messages and too much, and they want to have some form of like privacy with it. Whereas other social media systems, have got it more open. You generally have to give permission for someone to actually speak to you. You know, I'm just still catching up with the chat because it's still back to when I was going to the toilet. Yeah, he's using the bathroom, 100%. Ultra Hayoka says everyone left the chat because I only talk BS. Man, we're all having we're all just having a laugh here tonight, or we're having a serious conversation, and it's the meaning behind it was genuine, But we're talking about social media and its positives and negatives. Red Rose got the big smiley faces. Red Rose says, "Yeah, I love joking around." Hayoka's got like the cross swords and the alien face with the cross swords. Lots of emojis going on here. INFJ's got the big smiley faces, and then the alien ship with the racing flag. That's a classic combination there. Red Rose says, "Yes, I love it." Red Rose says, "Yeah, I want to upload my consciousness in brackets." Hayoka says, "Yes, Thanks, Rose." Checkered UFOs, my ultimate emoji. Checker flag. I use it rarely. That's your ultimate. So it's like your special card you pull out. Emin Bells has just got like, that's a really bizarre like emoji. It's like a sparkly star or face. That's the weirdest emoji. I don't even know if I've ever seen that emoji before. But Emin Bells, that's cool. Red Rose is like INFJ, awesome. Special it is then. Hayoka says, Rose, you're still successful with the deactivated comments. I'm thinking to do it again. So you can deactivate. Red Rose says INFJ, yes, I deactivated all comments. Red Rose says, yeah, go for it, INFJ, if you want. But it is good. I don't know. I like commenting on your videos. I like having comments, and that's for me. Like I'm reaching out to people who have gone through trauma, living through trauma, and trying to heal. So it means a lot to me to actually have these conversations, and I'm very conscious and aware of how I respond. So I don't know. I it's difficult. Like Red Rose says, because the people who really, because the people who really follow your channel, they still love your channel. That's it. Because you, my friend, are the channel. That's a great comment. Ayoka's very authentic and honest, and like he talks about everything. So that, I mean, but at the same time, that he mentioned at the start of the chat tonight, like he was close to deleting his own channel. So that's what we're talking about. How you get to this point in your life or thing where you just like, no, too much. It's enough. I don't want it anymore. You know, one thing, a big thing for me with Facebook is that they're, because I've been on there so long, they're people that I've gotten to know, and it's most people my age group. That's Facebook is their thing. If I pull back from Facebook, then it's like and I've done that. Like so. But at the same time, you know, I found just stepping back from it a bit and not using it as much has helped. So it's definitely made me worried, and it's made me angry and irate at times. The way that the algorithms worked at times, where it's all you see is stuff that gets you upset and angry, and then you get more upset and angry. And I get that with Instagram. You get more upset that there's all these artists out there making this stuff, and I'm sitting at home and I'm not doing anything. It should still inspire you to get out there and do stuff. But if you're in a position where you can't, it it's painful, you know. It's true, says Hayoka. I think comments are such a big part of it all. I would be sad to miss out on Luke's comments as an example. But a no contact video, I got so many comments. Continued. Yes, I like everything I post. I post it because I like it. I don't care if it gets any likes. That's great. It's really like my visual journal of inspiration. That's a great way to look at it. Like, and I share the same philosophy. Is that I still check to see, like, oh, has this how I check the thing. Oh, how many plays has this had? And I think it's not about and because it's such a like small niche channel, every play to me is like, oh, and I've if anything is positive, if people are getting anything out of listening to someone having a conversation, I feel like it's worth it. Like tonight, it started off, I was concerned for a friend, so I just wanted to let out to, you know, say, please know that we are thinking of you and we understand and I hope I haven't offended you. I hope everything's okay. I do know that you're okay. I can feel it that it's okay. You're okay. That, but know that it really means something to me and to us, is that that can, if just know that, you know. So, and I totally understand. Hayoka says, yeah, people are giving unsolicited advice. Some of the stuff is kind of haunting me. Like one girl explaining to me what's going to happen in the afterlife. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I'm very self-conscious of all of that stuff. Like I try and bring it back to my own experience, and I try and refer on to other things, and I often try and say, like, don't listen to what I'm saying, do research, don't, like, I'm making sure I'm like not, if something resonates with someone, and it often does, and I get a lot of feedback from people where things resonate, and that's one of the biggest things is to learn, is to not listen to people and to just take in their information, is to be discerning and to be critical of everything you listen to and hear, and it's different in these, like, we're having conversations where we're sharing our own experiences. So right now we're talking about what it's like for us personally, dealing what it's like with our experiences with social media, and we're getting into details about it, you know. Red Rose says, yeah, I know, wait, here we go. Red Rose says, yes, INFJ, yeah, like about people, like there are a lot of charlatans out there, so you always got to beware. Red Rose says, yes, INFJ. Like Ultra Herica says, I got more blocked people on my channel than anything else. Red Rose says, yes, I see INFJ. Red Rose says, yeah, I block a lot of people on Instagram. INFJ. I get a lot of video call requests. I've even made a recent post about it. INFJ Ultra Hayoka. Yeah, but you don't know. I could only see myself making any money ever. It's with my channel. It's or something similar. So I'm scared to miss out if I don't activate my comments continued. If I'm not functioning in society, I need social media and crypto. I'm so far away from succeeding, but I can at least see myself making it there potentially. You can, and you're working on everything. Red Rose says, yeah, these men keep trying to video call me. See, that's a big thing with social media. Like you're having to deal with like all these men like video calling you, like trying to video call you, and you have to block them. Like, how can they just like automatically call you? Like, they should ask permission first. There should be a thing where it's like, Red Rose says, to INFJ, yeah, you just keep putting one foot in front of the other. This could be this could potentially be a really good thing for you. Erica says, yeah, Red Rose, oh my, I apologize on behalf of the male gender. I apologize too. Like, I reckon that's the worst thing. People sending unsolicited advances. you know. It really is. Red Rose says, "Yeah, thank you, my friend. That truly warms my heart." Red Rose says, "I appreciate you." Hayoka says, "Yeah, Rose, I have to get better. I'm not going anywhere as I am right now. But you're working on it, man. You're still working on it." Hayoka says, "Rose with the big heart." Red Rose like INFJ, one day at a time. Red Rose says, "Thank you, Luke." Red Rose says, "You and INFJ are amazing." Thank you, Red Rose. I well, thank you for giving me the courage to do this stream tonight, because you know how worried I was. We were chatting earlier, and I was sick in the stomach. I was in a lot of pain, and I didn't know what to do. And I said to Red Rose, I was like, I want to let this person know that we care for them, and that whatever's going on in their life, they need to know that there's people out there that know that they're awesome and they're a great person, and that we care for them, even though we just met them, you know. Red Rose says, "True fact. Yes, you're braver than you realize." Thank you for that. Hayoka says, "I don't know, man. As soon as I run out of weed, I feel like all my work and progress is just delusional." Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. I've been there myself. Like, yeah, um, you when you do run out, it's like it's an empty space, but it's not, man. It's not. You know, you've you you. It's hard to explain, but like, yeah, you're with your channel, you're sharing your most personal stuff and your life as you're living it and your struggles, and that's very brave. And it's it's you have to look at your own progress, and I hear from what you talk about in your life and how you've gone through all this stuff. You know, where you are now is much better place than where you were in the past, so things are getting better, you know. Red Rose says, "INFJ, don't sell yourself short, my friend. You're more powerful than you realize." And Hayokas INFJ's got the big heart. Red Rose has got the couple of hearts there for you. Let's like let's like smash the heart button for our friend, just to let them know that we care for them and that they're an awesome person. I'm doing it right now. That's it. You know, they may never watch this video, but if they do, they'll know that, you know, we're real people that really care about them, and we're all living through these struggles. And like that's it. It's beautiful to see that. I'm gonna keep smashing it now. Once you get the hearts going, it's good. It's like bubbles going up into the sky. Roma's here. How you going, Roma? Good to see you here. We're just smashing the heart button. We're sharing the love. That's what it's all about. Roma's got like the heart with the arrow through it. And that's Hayoka's got that. Roma's got the big heart. Roma, we're talking about social media tonight and like negative experiences and why we step away from it from time to time, especially when we're going through difficult times. Like I was saying how I was um, years ago, like, yeah,